This month we visited Mary Verdi-Fletcher, the founder of Dancing Wheels, a dance company and school that integrates dancers with and without disabilities.
The organization is multifaceted in that there is the professional company. We do concerts, we do assembly-based programs, so we'll go out to a school. We'll talk to the children about disability, about dance, about achieving your goals. That's such an important message today. We train every day because we want to be the finest of artists that we can be. And then we have a school, and the school is fully integrated with students with and without disabilities.
Mary was born with spina bifida, a birth defect in which the backbone and spinal canal do not close, and it limits the person's mobility.
My family always wanted me to have a quote-unquote normal life. Going to a school that was mainstreamed was on the top of their list.
Mary's love of dance came from her mother.
My mother was a professional dancer and my father was a musician. She would turn on a record at that time and she would get my brother and I together in the family room and she would create a dance. She was instilling that dance within me.
As a young woman, Mary was swept up in one of the most contagious dance movements in American history. She decided to enter a Staying Alive dance competition.
When we came out for the competition, it was a complete hush over the audience. My dance partner at that time also had a background at school as a gymnast. We decided our smash ending would be, instead of lifting me in the air, he would jump on the armrests of this wheelchair. Everybody went crazy, the standing ovation. So we did 72 shows in 1 year.
Meet Nicole. She is a member of Dancing Wheels Company. She moved from Minnesota to Ohio just to work with Mary.
I was 13 years old and a swing set fell over on top of me and broke my back. So now I'm paralyzed from the waist down, so I'm a paraplegic. When I had my accident, I didn't go back to dance right away, but I said at home, I'm like, you know what? I want to go back to dance. So we went to the dance studio. They pushed me to the corner. I felt like I was a ghost. I was so upset. I told my mom and we went around and found another studio that was willing to help me. My favorite move is with me and Frank. It's called the doo-wop. I love that. Nobody ever seen that before.
There are few universities teaching integrative dance, so the stand-up dancers, those without a disability, must train to work with the sit-down dancers.
When you're working with a sit-down dancer, there are multiple things to consider because it's almost like dancing with two partners.
The wheelchair, there's so much of a range of movement with it. Everybody as a stand-up in this company wants to know what that feels like so that it makes us better partners for the wheelers.
First and foremost in my mind is that people have the right to participate, no matter who you are. No matter what you look like, what matters is the work and the fortitude that you have to achieve.
Meeting Mary is so much fun. All her stories she tells us is like, wow, nothing's gonna stop her. She goes out there and fights for all the other people with disabilities.
The plan behind the dance was to take it to as many people as I could. I felt that what I was given was a gift. I wanted to convey that gift.
The Dancing Wheels Company and School is one of the few places in the country where people with disabilities can dance.
Most of the growth and development of the company and the school has come from the desires and the needs of the community. So people would say, you know, is there a class that you can provide for my little girl? She's in a wheelchair. That's how we started the dance classes and the summer programs. One of our mottos is, if you can believe it, you can do it. And so we really instill in our students to believe in themselves, to work hard, and if they do, they can achieve almost anything in life.
Dancing has made me more outgoing and I do acting and stuff, so dancing has helped me with auditions and stuff.
It's a lot different than dancing at normal dance companies where you have all the same stand-up dancers. Nobody has any type of disability that you have to work with.
Mary wouldn't have been able to continue her work without the support of her husband Bob and an amazing decision he made.
Due to my disability, I lost my first kidney when I was in high school, and then the other one was failing, and when I was performing, I would feel nothing. I mean, I felt great. But then I'd get off stage and I'd be sick. They had to remove the kidney and I was on dialysis. I didn't even know my husband went to test.
Just seemed like this was the thing I wanted to do. It was, I love Mary. It really hurt me. It pained me to see what she had to go through.
He came one day to the hospital and said that we were a match. Then the rest was history. We got wheeled into an operating room. A month later, I was out dancing again.
Like Mary, Jennifer was born with spina bifida. She's now a lead dancer at Dancing Wheels and began working with Mary when she was only 4 years old.
Jenny was teeny tiny when I first met her, and her mom brought her to see if it was possible for her to take dance classes with us. She had such a natural movement ability. We've often looked upon her as a signature dancer.
We had a chance to visit Jennifer in her new home, where she lives with her brother Tim. Tim has absent radii, which means he was born without arms and suffers from a blood disorder.
My brother and I have lived together for about 3 years now.
Feels like 10.
When I first started taking dance classes with Mary, she taught me a lot of things, what positions and how to do movements correctly. I really didn't know how to use a wheelchair like with the tricks that we do.
I think if Jenny was not in Dancing Wheels, she may not be as outgoing. I've seen her kind of grow up and become very secure with who she is. She's a dancer, not a wheelchair dancer. That's probably the most inspiring thing about her.
I thought it was great that they had the speed that they did. I loved how they interacted with people that weren't in wheelchairs.
The dream for the company and school is that it excel. Development of this training is to have it really be seen within the dance communities as a form of dance that has this legitimate structure to it. And universities will allow dancers with disabilities to be accredited. I say to anyone, whether they have a disability or not, whether it be physical or intellectual, the biggest disability is saying that I can't.
I want you to see me. I want you to see me.
Mary's perseverance is inspiring. I hope that she helped you see you can do anything you dream of. Nominate someone that's inspired you in your life.